Yeah. So in the last session, we were talking about dictionaries. So I believe you should be very clear with all this. But still, if anything is there, we'll. I didn't upload the sessions, I know, but I'll do that. I just had a break now. So what we'll do is I'll try to upload by next week. All the sessions, both in Python and Selenium, will be uploaded. So that's it, friends. You can go through them. Now, back to this thing. Uh, this is about these methods. We did it. Let me just open PyCharm. Also, I recommend you to play with if you are someone who is a data science aspirant or some. So recommend to use Jupyter as well because people use a lot of Jupyter implementation while working in applications. Okay, you can try that as well, friends. Okay, so this thing I think we did in the last class. We did in the last class. But actually, we know for us, we use a totally different kind of environment. We don't use PyCharm or we don't use Jupyter or we don't use anything we see in the outside. So because we have our own, customized software. So maybe I don't mention that, but because the only our organization use that, which is specific to that. Okay, so just an idea for you. Everything is automated for us so that all these things, whatever is we are doing, it is much more simplified in our environment. So that is a quick idea for you. Sometimes what happens is even though we have these many things outside, so as due to this application streamlining, what happens is certain companies will come up their own customized softwares. So that is what we are doing. Okay. Anyhow, now I don't know. There is some error here. Let me just close this. Let's get into this now. Little slow it is. Okay, this error doesn't have any issues. Not sure why these are showing. We are doing this scenario, I believe, in the last class, use case one about dictionary, and starts with this scenario about sunflower scenario. So we did this in the last class. So what we have to do is we'll continue with the next thing. What is it? This methods also we have discussed, if I'm not wrong. What is it about this get method and then keys and then values and then items? We had discussed all this in the last session. So it will, anyhow, we have all this here. We can see here. You can see items is discussed. I believe you should be clear with item scenario. And these are all very important, friends. Because we see that this method, especially items method, is very useful, and we keep using it again and again. Maybe keys and values we don't use it much, but this items is very much useful, right? So next one, copy method. It's a simple thing. Not sure if you use that copy. Okay, let's continue from there. I believe we didn't discuss about copy. We can continue from there. So what I do is I'll create a new file so that it would be better to continue as a fresh one from today. So again, dict methods. I'm what happened? New Python dict underscore methods. Already it's there. Okay. Okay, I'll put it as two. That would be better. Fine. Now let us see. This is the one copy. Actually, there is this kind of something called shallow and deep. I'll talk about it maybe in the next session. I don't want to confuse you now. Let's just make it simple now. What is it till this? Yes. So copy sense simply it copies values from a old dictionary to a new dictionary. That's copy, right? So, for example, if you see here, friends, you take an example. Let's take a dictionary first thing in place. You can take this. That should be fine. Anything is fine. This is a simple dictionary. D1. Maybe let's put like D1. We say D2 equal to, or we can say some D2 equal to, we can simply say D1 dot copy. You can see that copy does exist. So this is what we call, this simply creates a new copy of existing dictionary and then it assigns to D2. So if you print it, you can see here, you can also copy this print statement from here. So usually using format is always a good habit, friends, because so that's what we generally do in coding in our automation. So to have a better output, better visibility of our output, apply this format every time you are trying to implement any code in your program. Okay, friends. So copy is fine. We can print both the original dictionary and then copied dictionary. And let's print both and see. So we can print in two different ways. One is so the original dict. I'll put like this is, maybe we don't need this. We are just having only one this time, and then we can say D1 here. Just only see we do what simply say D1. Copy and paste now. Maybe you can close this friends, and then copy this and then paste it here. And then, so the copied dict, we can say this is original dict. And instead of D1, you can just simply print D2. That would be enough for us. I hope you know about this placeholder, all this, right? Right click and then say run this one. You can see same output for both. So this is a quick idea about simple copy. So before I go to the next discussion, what is it? This get method. Uh, I just want to do a few quick checks here. Suppose you see you did a copy. So this is actually what is it? When you do this kind of copy, what happens? Let us see here. We try to, what I'm doing is I am trying to, so original dictionary, this is original one. This is applying copy method. And here I'm just doing a comparison between uh, that original dict and copied dict. I'm trying to compare both and see if the addresses of these two are same or different. So I'm doing a address check for both to see that if the original dictionary and the copied one, if they are both, if both of these dictionaries are same or different. And for that, if you want to check that, how do you check? If you look at the addresses, that gives us a clear idea. If addresses are same means, it means that even though we do a copy, we are not finding big difference. It's just only a change of what is we say a reference, that's all. But if addresses are same means, so we are not seeing big change. But if we are seeing different addresses means, then it is a, what we say is it's altogether creating a new dictionary when we apply copy. So this is what I would like to check how this is happening internally. Is it simply just creating one copy of dictionary and assigning address to the reference is one scenario. Second scenario is it creating a new copy of existing one and then that is assigned to the this D2. So that I would like to see. If these two are both created as both separate dictionaries or same dictionary copied to both references is the idea. I hope this point should be clear. Let's do that now. So to know that if these are same or different, let us just check with the ID of D1. Just print it first. When you print it, you clearly understand it understand the difference now. ID of D2. Now, if you observe the addresses, then you get a clear idea. For this, we don't have big confusion. If these are same or different, first please observe this. Let's do that. Later on, we'll come to the other things to discuss. Now you see, if you see this, even though we created a new copy from the existing one, from D1 we created D2, but if you see here, the address of D1 is something for 240 ending with 240 and the address of D2 is ending with 8432. Both are different. That means when you try to apply copy, a copy is creating altogether a new dictionary and then or a new object and then these contents are copied to new object and that address is assigned to the D2. And these two dictionaries are not same even though the contents in their objects might be same. So is this point clear? I am repeating. These two objects are not same. D1 and D2 are not same even though we copied D2 from D1. This is the point I would like to make clear for you. This is one scenario. So I hope this should be clear, right? That's what I'm talking here. What is it? So let me just show you here. So there is a scenario here. What I'm saying is shallow copy and deep copy. Okay. So there is a scenario of deep copy and shallow copy. I just want like to quickly check this here. So in the this one, let me just close this. What shall we say? This is deep copy versus shallow copy in Python. Just would like to, this is applicable not only for dictionary, this is applicable for any kind of assignment. Okay. This is the concept of copy scenario. Okay. And here, if you see, we just, this guy took some list and I don't think he is doing any assignment here. Let's apply this. Shallow copy creates a new object which stores the reference of the original list. Okay. So this is shallow copy. Just a minute. We'll give you a clear picture. So here the copy which we do right now, just simply we are saying copy, right, friends? If you just see here, we are just saying copy. So when we say copy, the kind of copy we are doing is nothing but this should be a solo copy because we simply say this. Let me just see. Sorry, this you need to understand. Maybe that's why I am trying to check on this. Okay, friends, I just want to, I'll check on this and get back in tomorrow's session because this is something which we need to be, I can simply say that, so something here, but I want to be clear on this too. So we'll talk about it. So, but there are two, when we are doing copying, there are two different copies here usually, a shallow copy and a deep copy. So if you see here, this scenario I am showing as a shallow copy. When we say copy, so what's happening here is all that here, when you say copy, altogether a new copy is created, and then that is assigned to this reference. So change in simply speaking a point here, change in that old or original list doesn't have impact on new list in this kind of shallow copy. Let me just show you the scenario. So this gives you more idea. Suppose I tried to add in this kind of copy when you say d1 dot copy, right? Let me just show you. I'm trying to say d1 of some 6 equal to, just see this, friends. Observe this carefully. And I'm taking some time here, just but don't think otherwise. Just try to get a clear idea. Already we are very clear the objects are different for original dictionary and copied dictionary. So that point is so clear with the output. So that is fine. Now another question is, if we make any change in original dictionary, does it impact this copied dictionary? Is the question. Let's try that. I'm trying to add a new pair to the original dictionary here. D1 of 6 equal to some 10 or some other flower. Okay. Some like hibiscus or something. Let it be like that. Okay. This is the one I am adding to original dictionary D1. Now you can print it again just for this thing. Just for observation, you can print it again. Now again print D2 also. After changing, after doing some change to this D1 original dictionary, does that have any impact with D2? Definitely looking at the these addresses. Now we are very clear. These two are totally different objects. And when we print the addresses, we see so the address of D1 is different, the address of D2 is different. That itself gives us a clear idea. These are totally different objects. Even though we tried to copy D2 from D1, both are not same. That is the point. Okay, fine. Now again, we are doing another a small use case here. What is it? We are trying to change the original dictionary. The question is, does it impact the copied dictionary? The answer is what here? Can you please answer in the chat box? So does change in original dictionary has any impact on copied dictionary? So does D1 does have any change? If D1 has any change, does it impact D2? Please answer this question in the chat box. Just and try to think and answer. That's all. So we will also check it here again. We will check that. Check that. Maybe you try to answer in the chat box. If it is yes or if it is no, this impacts D2. This doesn't impact D2. Just a quick answer. Obviously, answer is my answer is it doesn't impact. Why? Because if these two are two different objects, so change in D1 doesn't have impact on D2. So that is the simple idea. It's like, like what shall we say? It's like suppose you have a bag of rice and your neighbor asked you for a cup of rice from that bag, or another, what is that, half of that rice from the bag. You put that rice into a new bowl and gave it to your neighbor. Once you give it to the neighbor, definitely what happens? So it's again you created a new bag from the existing one and you created to the neighbor. So he took it away. After some time, you told that that is my bag means definitely he'll say he appreciate the help, but he don't say that that is your bag because it becomes your neighbor once you are offering him to him. Similarly, a similar concept we did it. Let's run this now. Apply. Now you can see here after copying, we have to print contents, of course. Sorry, don't print ID. After you do this change, try to print the contents and see so that this gives an idea. If any change in this original dictionary has any impact on copied dictionary, let's run this and see the output. We don't see any difference. We have already concluded that because this is just a, the kind of copy we do is this should be a shallow copy as per I am assigning here. What is it? A shallow copy. And in this approach, what happens? The contents what we try to assign here, right? So change in this original object doesn't have any impact here in the copied object. So that is the idea, quick idea. Yeah, definitely, Shankar. See here, you got it right. So this is a clear picture. This is what happens with the copy we are applying. This is one scenario. I know I'm taking some time here, but just want to be very clear. So that's what shallow copy is all about. So when you make some change to the existing object, it doesn't have any impact on the that copied object. So that is the idea. And deep copy. So this is the one. Deep copy is something we are not actually doing any copying. We are just sharing the reference of existing one. So in this approach, let us just try to understand what's happening here. So is this clear what I discussed here, friends, about this? When you do this kind of copy, and this is very clear. When we print this dictionaries, we see the content is same, but when we print the addresses, we found that they are totally different because address of D1 is different from D2. And also, if you make any changes in the original or existing list or the original dictionary, that doesn't have any impact in the copied dictionary. These are the observations from this kind of copy we do, which is this one. Now, there is another one. What is it? Suppose we are creating D1 equal to, so D3. I'm creating one more dictionary, D1 equal to D3. Sorry, D3 equal to D1. This is one more approach of copying. So this is one more copy. You try to understand all this carefully, friends. This will be handy for you in some scenarios. Okay, copy dictionary again. But this is altogether a different copy. So we did a copy earlier. So this is one kind of copy where totally a new dictionary is created and then that is assigned to D2 so that the addresses of D1 or D2 are different. So this should be very clear for you so far because we spent almost 20 minutes on this topic. Okay, next one. This is another kind of copy. Now, when we see this, what is this now? This is in fact, it's a kind of copying only, but this time we are not copying the whole, what is it? We are not, this simply copies the reference address, that's all. It doesn't copy the contents. There is a difference here. One scenario when you apply copy, this method copies the whole contents and creates a new object and that is assigned to the D2. But in this case, no new object is created. It simply follows what just the existing object is simply assigned to D3. So now if you see, let us just print these two. Let us apply a similar scenario for D3 and D1. So when we print this is fine. And also let's print addresses after that. So we are printing addresses now for D1 and D3. You have to print D3 now. This time it should be D3. We are comparing D1 and D3. Here we are printing addresses. And here also we are printing addresses. Okay. So now if you do this, let us see. Definitely for now, these two lists should be same. And also now the another thing is whether the addresses are same or different. That is the question. Maybe contents might be same, but addresses need not to be same. So let us check that. Let us run this now. Then this gives you a clear idea. So this time you see, this is one scenario about when we do copy method, when we apply copy, definitely you should be very clear now. In that scenario, it creates altogether a new copy and assigns to D2. That variable can change, but remember the concept. Forget about that reference. That reference name can be anything, friends. Okay. And in this scenario, when you use assignment, here the address is same for D1 and D3. If you want to be more clear, you can mention that as well. So the original dictionary D1 is and copied dictionary D3 is. This should make more sense. Okay. And here also you can say D1 and D2. This should be fine. Okay. Now, if you run this, this makes more sense for us. So this is D1 and D3, and this is address of D1 and that this is address of D2. Maybe we can add that as well. What is it? So as we are printing this, so the address of this one is this belongs to D1, friends. You can also please test it parallelly. Okay. And then you can simply say just format and then you can pass this I2 to that and then you can close your this thing. That is done. Similarly, do the same for D3. That gives you more clear our output, so we don't get any confusion on that. So and just print this one. There is some error here. We have close one more time and close one more time and now run this time. And this should be more clear. You can see address of D1 is something like 320. Address of D3 is also 320. Both are same here. So why? Because this time we are just simply assigning that reference. That's copying only the address. We are not creating a new copy. So this is the idea. Now, in this case, what happens? Does change in original list does have impact on this copied one? In this kind of assignment? Yes, definitely, because the first point one, we are not creating a new object here. When we say when we do this assignment, simply the address of existing object is copied to D3. It's not just applicable only for dictionary. This concept is applicable for any collection. Just keep in mind, friends. So now change in original list always has impact on copied list, this assigned one. So let's check that quickly here. You can use this scenario again. So now let's modify original list D1. This time I'm taking 7 and I'm adding a new flower to this flower list. Okay, I'm saying lily, adding lily now. After adding lily, I am trying to print D1 and D3 and let us see if these contents are same or different. So let's do that. So after adding changing original list, does change in original list will have any impact on copied one when you are doing this kind of copy, right? So it says an assignment. Simply speaking, this is an assignment, but just trying to give you a clear picture between the first kind of using copy method and doing with doing assignment. So we are just seeing both differences, friends. Okay, let's run this now. See this now. Printing D2 might be, we might be thinking it doesn't have any impact. So we didn't print right dictionary here. So we should print D3 here. Now observe. Definitely there will be a change. So why? Because here, simply speaking, we don't have two objects. We have one object. Whenever you modify something on D1, it means it's automatically getting modified on D3 as well, because it's just like this. Let me just show you. So this scenario, understand this. Let me give you a clear idea. You might think why the Manoram is taking time on this, because I know the importance of this concept and we apply it many times. Okay. So just want you to be clear on this. So I don't know why this paint is taking this much time. Just come on, buddy. Just a minute. Let me show you so that you get a clear idea, friends. Paint. Okay, run from here. Otherwise, check from here. By so okay, no problem. I just want to show you if it is, if you can open paint. Just a minute. Why it's not. Sometimes when we are in screen share, it won't get open. Let me stop screen share and open. Hmm. Sorry, friends. Somehow this is not opening. I just want to show you because very useful scenario. I'll do one thing anyhow. I'll try to recap this in tomorrow's session. The same thing, but just have an idea. Just remember this. So this is the simple difference. Maybe I'll just summarize this here. What is this here? So this is, as per this, this is a quick idea between a shallow copy and a deep copy. You also just try to check on this once, okay? So when you apply this copy method, it copies it, it altogether creates a new copy, new object, and copies content and assigns that to the new reference. So this is a kind of what we call is a shallow copying, and deep copying is just assigning a reference here. Internally, what happens is here no new object is created. All these references share the same address and pointing to the existing only one copy of object. And change in this one object doesn't have impact on all these references, right? So that's what we have observed with code as well. That gives us. I just want to show you this process of what the difference between these two actually applying copy method and applying assignment and the why there is a this thing here, why there is a change for this and why not a change for this, why this doesn't have any impact, why change in original list doesn't impact the copied one in this kind of when we apply this copy method here. But in this scenario, why when we make any changes to this object original copy has an impact on the copied one. So just thought to show you, but this paint somehow it's stopping me to. open. Let me try one last time, else we'll jump to the next topic. Yeah, we can jump to the next topic. I don't want to waste time. So let's move to that is the simple idea. I'll show you in the next session. Clear, I don't need to explain this much. When you say clear, the with whole dictionary gets cleared here. That's all. So let's apply this at the end of this session, okay? So that we can still play with remaining methods. Remove, we should check. I doubt the remove method exists in dictionary. Let us quickly check here. See, uh, remove is, I doubt remove is not there. You can see here, dictionaries don't have remove method. So maybe if you ask me a question, simple question, what then how do suppose Manoram, I want to remove a key value pair from dictionary. That is one case. Or else I just want to remove the whole dictionary. So there are two cases here. Either sometimes you want to remove unwanted key value pair from dictionary. So removing unnecessary key value pair. So this is one scenario. Or key value pair or pairs, some group of pairs as well. Suppose. Okay. I'll just put this is one scenario. Second scenario, you don't want dictionary itself, you want to remove that dictionary, the whole dictionary. So removing dictionary itself. Okay. In these two cases, how do you do that if you don't have remove? Simple. We have already discussed this. We can apply this del command. This is a command. This is not a method. Again, don't get confused between both. This is not a method. This is just a command. And it is so simple to use. Suppose if you want to remove a key value pair, then the answer is what? Apply del command. Okay, that is fine. Now, suppose I want to remove in these flowers, I don't like something like this second one. So what I want to do, I want to remove that. Then simply what I do, I apply this del, then d1 of. So what shall we do? We should pass dictionary name and then that index, that key of that key value pair. Then this will automatically remove this particular key value pair from the dictionary. That's what happens here, friends. Nothing more than that. Okay. After that, do one thing. Just print that dictionary. Before deletion, print it once. That gives you more clarity. After deletion, print it once. So you have a clear picture about this deletion. So let's run this now. Apply it. So see the last output. See, before deletion, this is the original list E1. After deletion, this is the deleted list. And you can see here that two is removed from the dictionary. Something like Atipu is there, that is removed here. Okay, you can see that, friends. So this is a quick idea about how to apply a remove operation on a dictionary if that remove method doesn't exist in the API. Then just use the del command. Suppose you altogether you don't want a dictionary at all. Then in that case, what you do? You simply just apply like this. You can just remove the dictionary completely. You just say like this, del d1. This will completely removes your dictionary. So not just a key value pair, but in this case, what is it, friends? The whole dictionary gets removed from the memory. And after that, if you try to print and see, you get an error. Don't try to do that. So this scenario is discussed already. You can remove this, not needed. This is already discussed, but just showing you. So to have a better view of this concept. Okay. So right click and then send, then again print it. So last time, if you see here, so when we print here after deletion, before deletion, that is fine. But after that, once that when we apply delete command, this dictionary doesn't exist at all. It is wiped out from the memory. Once after cleaning, like it's going to a hotel, eating breakfast or something, some kind of food, and you told to the cleaner it's done. Then he will come and clean that clearly. And after that, if you ask for the same plate or same breakfast, it won't exist. So same thing here. When you say delete of some object, that gets completely removed from memory, And after that, when you try to again see that, this is the error we see here. What is it? Name error. Why? Name D1 is not defined. And after printing, if you are still expecting that D1 exists, means after deletion, sorry, after deletion, if you are still expecting D1 in the memory, means it won't be there. And it is not a recommended habit to print this again. Why? Already we know we did a deletion operation here. And after doing that, again printing this D1 means it's like printing something which does not exist, which is not a recommended practice. That is not a right practice. Right? That's why this name error. Why name error? Name error says that clearly you are trying to print something that is not there. That is the simple idea, friends. So this should be clear for all of you. So that's an idea about how to remove a particular pair from a dictionary or the whole object, that dictionary object. So that delete command can be used in both ways. And if you ask me a question, is delete command applied only on dictionary? It's not like only on dictionary. If you want, you can apply it on any other collection as well. Okay, friends, you can apply this on a list, or you can apply this on I believe set also. So all this different things. Set will check. On set, I'm not sure, friends. Again, I should check and let you know. So this is a quick idea about removal, how to carry out remove in on dictionaries. So should be clear for all of you. Right. Next one. I hope you are trying to work on these items. Maybe if you want, I'm just sharing the code here. Let me paste it here. Uh, so what we do now, we go to the from keys. We don't use much. If you want, you can try. Not a problem. From keys creates key value pairs like this. Just it will simply set this each key with none. But if you want, I will just test it. Not a big problem. So items, you are clear, right? We did a use case on items as well. Suppose what items does here simply assigns like this is very clearly discussed in last session. It's recorded. I'll upload probably today or tomorrow for sure. So now let's check this from keys. This I don't see this. We use this method anytime in the in our automations. So but still let's have a quick idea what this does. Let's quickly test it now. Now you can see here. Copy this, come to this, and then maybe all this is not needed, right? Again, why to print it? Let's go to, let's comment this code for a while. Whatever we have done discussed so far. Okay. And remove this now. Now you can copy this, whatever we just tested. And we are now applying a new method called from keys. What from keys does is it's a simple scenario. We have a list of keys like this. So from this list of keys, we are trying to construct a dictionary. Simply speaking, we are trying to construct a dictionary. This keys has only list of keys. From that, we are constructing a dictionary. Dictionary has key value pairs, but as this keys is supplying only this list is supplying only keys, and from that list we are trying to create a dictionary. D dot from keys of keys means what? This creates a dictionary from this list of keys. Then as per dictionary, what is it, friends? It should have both key and value. So as we don't have any value existing with for these keys, it sets each value with none. None is a legitimate built-in keyword, which is nothing but like null in other languages, like in Java or C Sharp. None represents if nothing is there, then we keep this none literal there. This is a built-in literal in Python. So this is the simple idea. Got it, friends? So what is it now? You don't need to. This is not actually. We can remove this. This is the output. So now if you print a D1, so copy it from here. So always generally you can copy from here and print this one. What from keys does, friends? From keys is a method which does construct a dictionary from existing keys alone. So that's why we just created an empty dictionary here, D, and then a list of keys we are this I mean declaring here. and then passing that list to the from keys method, which construct a dictionary from these keys we are passing here. But dictionary means you should have both keys and values. So all these keys are passed as is into dictionary. So here we can create three key value pairs with these three keys. So, but we don't have any value associated directly. So what this filling this from keys does, it just creates a none for each of this key here. So as dictionary needs both key and value pair, when you are constructing a new dictionary from keys, each key is assigned with a none here, so that a key value pair is constructed and assigned to a dictionary. Like that, when we have three keys, three key value pairs are generated from keys from this method, applying this one. So now let's see the output instead of all this discussion. If you just see the output, that gives us a better view of what is this method doing. That's all. Let's run this and see. So we don't. So this see here. This is the output of D1 here. So which is nothing but we are trying to get it from this existing one, this D. So this creates altogether a dictionary and assigns to this reference new reference D1. When we print it, you can see a dictionary is constructed from keys, these three keys, and every as we don't have values existing here, the each key is associated with a none. None is nothing but a dummy value for associated with each key. Then you might ask a question. Then how do we update this none values and when this situation is scenario is required? See, this is like when you are trying to create a new dictionary at the beginning of your application, like you are doing some processing application, and then you are processing that application. At the beginning of that, you need to declare all the variables, all the declarations. In at that time, this becomes handy. Okay, later on, you can set values to these keys present in the dictionary. So this is like doing a pre-declaration and keeping it ready. And this keys can be updated in future according to your requirement. I hope this is clear. In that case, this should be fine for us. Okay, but I don't see we using much of this method in our automations. So to be clear, just remember this, friends. That's all. This is our idea about from keys method. I hope this is fine. Simply speaking, there is nothing. From keys just generates a dictionary from keys. That's all. And usually here the dictionary look like this. So as we don't have values associated, as we are generating a dictionary from keys, each key is declared with a dummy value, none here. None is existing built in literally. So if you don't have anything, then we can fill it with none. That is the best choice in Python. So this is the quick idea about this method. Okay, should be fine for you. Actually, this doesn't need that much of time to discuss. Okay, but still, we are trying to be more clear on this. Okay, that's done and dusted. Let's move to the next this thing, friends. Pop. Pop means what? Pop is nothing but removing, friends. It's a simple scenario. So let's apply it. This pop concept, right? So just removes a key value pair from dictionary. That's all. Simply speaking, pop. What pop does is so here, let me just give a quick comment on this from keys method. What from keys does? From keys construct exists a new dictionary from keys. That's it, simply only from keys. So that is fine. From some group of keys. That's all. That's fine. Next one. Pop. What pop does? Pop method just simply pop method simply removes a key value pair. You can see here, pop of some formats removes this particular key value pair from a dictionary. Key value pair from a dictionary. That's what pop does, friends. I'm trying to, why I'm typing is so that you also observe it and get a more clear idea. That's all. From a dictionary. This should be fine, friends. Let's see it now. when we try to apply pop on this dictionary D, and we are passing which key to remove? Fourth key. Means this key value pair will be removed after you perform pop. Okay. So what you do again, same story. Copy print this whole print, and then you can print it before popping, and then print it after popping. See, just print D here. Here also just print D. Okay. So now if you see here, maybe you can comment this code snippet. This is not needed anymore. Yeah, let us keep it for this one. So this is the pops thing. Now what is it here now? Sorry.
Manoram, just one question. For pop and delete, del, what is the difference in between both?
Pop is something a method. See, let me give you a clear picture. So let's explain it. So del versus pop. Is this your question, right, Sunita? Sunita,
Yes, yes, Sunita.
okay. Uh, so simple. Point one. Del is not a method; it's a command. Is this clear, Sunita? Whereas
Yes.
pop is a built-in method exists in dictionary class. So is a built-in method exists in dict class. Is this clear? Second thing. So here pop can only remove a key value pair from dictionary. Again, another difference. So one is a command, the second one is a method. That too, this is specific to only dictionary. Second thing, pop can remove only one key value pair at a time. One key value pair at a time. This is one difference. Another difference. Difference two. But whereas del, right? Del is something universal. So this can remove either a key value pair from a dictionary, or it can remove that whole dictionary from memory. So del can remove, it can do both. Remove either a key value pair. I'm just typing so that it will be more clear for you to view, friends. Okay. Del can remove either a key value pair, or otherwise you can remove the whole entire dictionary, right? Or entire dictionary. So this is the difference between delete and pop. Pop delete. In fact, delete is not a method; it's a command, friends. But whereas pop is a method in the API of DIT is DICT dictionary class. Is this clear, Sunita?
Yes, yes, Manoram. Thank you.
Yes, and I believe just for testing purpose, because just to bring into the picture. So here, let me just show you. Let's have a small list, some like because we are familiar with the collections now. Just construct a small dictionary like this. Now you say del of li of some, just say 0, no problem. Then what do you do now? Just apply print of li. Before you apply del, we can also apply remove method on list. We had discussed this concept. Just showing you to give more clarity on delete command. So li, we are printing before this list before deletion of some value from list, and after deleting a value from list, we are just testing it. So right click and then say this one. Now you see this, before deleting some value on list, you have 4 elements. After deleting, you have 3 elements. So zero, the element from 0th index is removed here. And again, this is a very clear scenario. What is it, friends? Here it is that the del is a command which is universally applied throughout your Python on all objects. So we can apply del command. Another important difference. Del command, right? We can apply it on all objects, any object in Python. So can be applied on any object in Python. Is this clear, friends? So another difference. But pop or remove or anything, they are limited to that API or to that API class. You can call them only on that specific reference. Suppose you see here, list is there. When I say li dot pop, right, this is there, right, on list. And then this is list, this is fine. Now create small set also. So what is that? Some, let's just see. It won't apply on tuple. Again, one more scenario. It won't work on tuple. So let us just not, let us take one more scenario. Let's create a small set, some s equal to something like 1, 2, 3 like this. Right. Yes, dot pop is here also there in this. Okay, leave it. Let's create an independent object. Let's do this. So that I just want to show you a clear difference between delete command and these pop methods. S equal to some 10. This is what a scalar object, not a vector. Vector means like collections, group of objects. This is a scalar individual object. Now, when we say s dot, let us try to apply pop now. Do you see any pop method here, friends? No, in this scalar object, on this scalar object, we are not seeing any pop method. Now, means we cannot apply pop on this scalar. But suppose you see, now I said delete s, right? So, and I'm trying to print. Let us apply this. This gives you a clear idea how delete is and how other methods are. So you do one thing, print this s before you delete that s something. And after deleting, right? When I apply delete and I am printing s again, now you see the difference now. Now we will write about this. We'll talk about it again. So let's run this now. So you get a clear idea between this pop method or pop item or remove methods and then delete command. This gives you a clear picture. Okay, right click and then let's say what, run this. Now when we say delete is again we should so this is definitely print is here, it is deleting. Just a minute. We should get name error after we say delete. Let's do one thing. Let's apply a small text here after the. Okay, so that we said del of s. Is there any s on top? Another question. Even if s is there, anywhere s is there, that will delete this, no doubt. Let's run this. Yeah. Now you see. Is this clear now? This is what I am expecting some time back. Hmm. So after delete, sorry, there is a small typo. See here, friends. This should give you a clear picture. What is it? Delete is something, delete command is something which we can apply universally on any object in Python. It is not limited to any specific object because this pop, remove, or pop item, these methods are limited only for what? Only for some specific API classes. We see pop on almost all these classes, but pop item, there are not all methods are are present in these API classes. Okay, that is a different thing. Again, coming back to the point, delete versus pop or any other removal methods. The point is simple. Delete is a command which can be you applied universally on any object in Python to remove any object in Python. Is that clear, friends? So that is the point. So that is an idea. What is delete command here? Delete is a command used to delete any object in Python. Can be applied on any object in Python. Whereas other methods, of course, they do this good thing of doing this removing some specific item. That is fine. But they are limited only to that specific APIs. They are not applicable on each and every object that is there in the Python. Is this clear, friends? This should be a clear difference between delete and other removal methods that is there in the collection API of Python. Right? Is that clear?
Yes,
So
Vinod.
that's about this one. I would like to switch to the next concept, next method. I will complete this so that we can close this scenario. And here these methods are already discussed. Get is very much useful method when you are working in this concept of dictionaries. What get does, simply speaking, see here. One more thing we will discuss quickly is this one, get one. So let's see that now. So what is next? Get method. Get method is simple. This is so simple method. What is it? Get returns value when we pass a key. So returns value if we pass a key here. That's what get us. That's all simple, friends. Suppose you take a dictionary, some so what dictionary we take some numbers, okay, equal to, we cannot have only numbers alone. Let's create a simple dictionary of colors. Otherwise, color dict, and then equal to, just create few key value pairs. One red, second one to green, and then third one yellow. Just create a small dictionary just to apply this get method. Enough, not needed. Let's get to the concept. Now, how get works? Simply speaking, if you pass a value to get method, sorry, if you pass a key, because we know dictionary is associated with keys and values. Anything we should do on dictionary, we do it through keys. If you want to add something to dictionary, do it through a key. If you want to update something on dictionary, do it through a key. If you want to remove something from dictionary, do it through a key. So here we manipulate anything on dictionary only through keys, friends. So you pass key to this get method, it returns value. Simply speaking, let's see this. So print off get off one. So just print it. But we should call get on some reference here. What is it? So color dict dot get, this works. Otherwise, it becomes an orphan method and doesn't know on which collection it should apply. So this should be fine. Excuse me, friends. So save this. Is this clear now? So this is a quick idea about get. So what do you do? Right click and then run. So when you say, where is it? Our output. So when you say get of one, it should give us red. Oh yeah, let's do one. This didn't execute. Why? Because we have error here. You can see here. This is a testing. This is done successfully. Let's now, you can for time being we can comment this. This code is not needed. We tested and proved that delete is applicable universally on any object. So this is done. So what we do, we can comment this for a while. Okay, that's fine. Now run this. That error doesn't exist. So we can see the output read here. Suppose you want to iterate all this whole dictionary and get keys and then want to apply get method. See, simply see what you do is you can take some small example. So this gives you an idea how to apply keys method. So suppose you take some keys here. So keys equal to, simply apply color dictionary dot keys. This keys returns all keys that exist in the dictionary, this color dictionary. How many keys are there? Three keys. One, two, three. That is that is written to keys in the form of a list here. Now iterate it for, so this method, this keys returns all keys from the dictionary. That is clear. Extracting keys. This is what we are doing here. Extracting keys from dictionary. Scenario one. Again here. Scenario two on this is iterating these keys and trying to get values through keys. So iterating keys and getting values. Getting values, applying get method. So how do you do that? First, when you know key, you can easily get value by using get method. Let's see this for key in, excuse me, methods, keys, colon. So now you know this keys is a list of keys. This is a list. If you want, you can also print and see, friends. When you use this keys method, definitely internally, these keys are written in the form of list. No problem. So we are iterating that. When we iterate this keys, every time we iterate one key from this keys list are copied to key. Sorry, is copied to key dummy variable. Now, what do you do? Simply you say color a dict dot get off. See, pass this key to that. So this gives us what? A value for that key which we are passing here. The key which you are passing for that, this returns a value. That's all. So simply use print here, print of what is it? You can print key comma and that value which we get from through this get method. Now run this. This is a simple small use case how to use get method. So get is something which simply returns a value if you pass a key. That is the quick overview of get method. That is fine. And we see a quick example, small example on this. And we are just simply applying a small use case, how to get all keys and through that, how to get all values for each key, how to get a value by iterating, by applying some iteration. That is the simple idea. Right click and then run this now. Now you can see this. We are able to extract both. We are able to extract values from keys here. You can see here by applying get method. So that is the simple idea about get, friends. This is also useful method. If you want, you can practice it more on this get method. Right. Next one is you can remove the you don't need to think, we can ignore these things, not much needed. Values, anyhow, same thing. We discussed this already. So that's why I'm skipping this. So this is all about the major important methods of your which one, friends? Your API. Which API? Dictionary API. I hope this was clear. So that's all, friends. So actually, this is another use case. Maybe if you want, you can just quickly observe this. What is it? This use case is just trying to. Well, maybe if you see, we are just trying to have keys and values for these keys, and we are trying to create a dictionary from these two independent set of list of keys and list of values. Maybe if you want, we can try this now. We are almost familiar with almost all the core methods of dictionary API. Now we can play left and right with all these methods. And now you are not new to, you don't need to think that you are new for dictionaries or new for collections now. Because we had a very detailed coverage on collections. So this helps, definitely helps you to play with lot of these things on collections. So this scenario is simple. I'll just try to, let's apply this and see. So what is it? Applying a zip concept here. So what is zip? Zip means, right? Combines two different things and we apply zip. So zip method use case. Just pass it here. We can remove this. What we are doing, we have list of keys. We know this. This is simple. We have list of values. This is simple. Now we are combining these keys and these values to construct a simple dictionary together. Okay, so we don't need to print them. We are seeing that in the list, so no need of printing. Simply what we do, merging these keys and values to form one new dictionary. So if you when this list of keys and when two lists are having equal number of values, so we can apply zip and we can iterate it and then we can merge it like this. So zip is something which is used to parallelly iterate on two different lists like this. You can see here we are passing keys and we are passing values. Then zip is helps us to iterate parallelly on both of this list here. Okay. And what we are doing, we are simply creating a small use case. This use case is simple, merging, right, two lists. And then what we are doing, list which has keys and values, and constructing a dictionary from it. Constructing a dictionary from these two. That's it, friends. That's what we are doing here. We are combining keys from list keys and values from list values, and constructing a new dictionary from these keys and values. Now you see here we are iterating. Each time we iterate, a key from this keys list and a value from this value list are extracted, and key is assigned, a key from this keys. One key from keys list is assigned to this first variable key, a dummy variable key, and one value from this values list is assigned to dummy variable v. And from that, we are constructing a key value, and we are adding a key value pair to the dictionary d. That's all, friends. Okay, but we didn't declare a dummy declaration for this dictionary D. So if you run this, I doubt you should get an error. See, we have a name error. Why? If you should construct this dictionary, before that we should at least create an empty dictionary. Without declaration, we cannot directly apply this, friends. Is that clear? So what do you do? Create a dummy dictionary. This will work. Now, once you create dummy dictionary or empty dictionary, so what happens once you iterate and try to combine these two lists and extract, right, these keys and values parallelly. And then if you want to form a key value pair, each time you copy one key and one value into this dummy variables KV, then an empty dictionary also must be there to keep on adding this key value pairs to this empty dictionary. Now run this, this will work. And after that, if you can also print it, friends. Print of D. Now if you see, we are constructing altogether a new dictionary from this key and values list. See here, a new dictionary is created. And altogether, if you want to combine this, if you want to iterate both this list at a time, then you can apply zip here. And zip is method which comes handy in this kind of scenarios, right? When you want to parallelly run on two lists at a time, iterate on two lists at a time, then zip comes handy. And what you do with that two list is your choice. If you want to construct a dictionary, you can do that. Or if you want to do any logic processing on this list, you can do that. Okay. It's not like this is just applicable only to construct a dictionary. Zip can be used in multiple ways, not just only for creating a dictionary like this, right? So this is a simple idea about this simple use case, friends. What is that use case here? Use case of constructing a dictionary by parallelly parallelly iterating these two lists here. I hope this is clear for you, friends. You can test it. And this is the simple idea. Again, one more important thing, important method that can be used in Python, friends, right? So that's the idea about this zip method here, how zip use and zip is useful, and how we can parallelly iterate two different lists, and then we can do some manipulation on those lists. Here we are constructing dictionary. It won't be the case all the time, friends. It's not like we create, this is used only to construct dictionary. It's not like that. It can be used in different ways. This is the idea of this one. Finally, we have completed the dictionary concept, and set is nothing. It's almost similar to dictionary, and there is slight difference between set and dictionary. Dictionary is in the form of key value pairs, but set doesn't have key value pairs. It's just like more like list, more like list in sense it's not same like list. It's not indexed data structure at all, right? But the way we create set is almost similar to dictionary. But dictionary has key value pairs, set don't have that. Set is just like having a group of elements, unique elements. That is set. Unique means no duplicates in sets. That is the idea that we discuss in the next session. Maybe tomorrow is a festival, right? So I don't know if we can better. Let's refrain from tomorrow's session because we have a festival of Pongal. So have a so happy Pongal for all of you. We will come to this and close collections next week and jump to function topic in the next week. Then we'll talk about OOP scenarios. Okay, friends. Is this clear what we have discussed so far? So that's it, friends. That's all. Any questions we can discuss? Else we can what is that? Connect back next week. Tomorrow we can refrain from this session. Happy Pongal and then happy Sankranti for all of you.
Hi, Manu, I'll stay back.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Santoshi. Okay, friends, we'll catch up again then. If you have any questions, you can, you know, reach out me either through our communication channels. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, do you have time? 1 minute, sir. I have one question.
Yeah, sure, sir, definitely.
Yeah. So in one interview, one person is asking two list. They given the two list. So they
Okay.
need output like so one list containing that like Java, R language, Python. So this is the first list, sir. Second list is just given the first letter of three letters he given like J, P they given. So they want to compare with this second list to first list, and the output is like if you match with J, Java should be output, and P match with that list, Python is the
Yes, sir.
output. So
Yeah,
how can
Santoshi.
we write this program?
Sure, sure. Can you pick that problem?
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Can I ping now, sir?
Yeah, yeah, sure. We can do it now. No
Yeah.
problem.
Sure, sir. I'm ping.
Manu, so in the meantime, just the coding for today,
Yeah,
based on the chat.
sure, sure. Definitely.
I got the from keys, but the
No problem.
pop and the other one.
Yeah, no issues. You can have actually, let me just
So while Santosh is giving you the problem, I just wanted to say one thing. So I have been missing a couple of sessions for Python. So maybe your recording will help me. So the last recording I have is I
yeah,
pinged
I
everyone.
didn't upload a couple of
Okay.
recordings. We'll
Yeah.
do that, Santoshi. Yeah, yeah. Actually, these
Okay.
days I was
You have been
occupied with
busy.
multiple things, and also we have multiple releases happening. So
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
having time, Santoshi. So
So
sorry to
no,
you
no, no,
people.
please, please, don't say sorry. So just wanted to let you know, have been a little bit behind in Python. So I mean,
Sure,
holidays, yeah, and people coming to our home, so I missed a couple of sessions. So want to catch up from there. Even work-wise, I am a little bit held back. So
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think I'm on leave for next couple of days, so definitely I'll try to utilize
sure,
those
sure,
leaves for this, okay, and share all
sure,
those and update
sure.
all those.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Santoshi.
That's the only thing I want to ask.
Yep, I'll do
But
that
I'm
definitely.
interested to hear what Santosh queries. Maybe he might be
Sorry,
texting you. Yeah,
sorry.
I think Santosh might be texting you, isn't it? The query, the interview question. Maybe
Hmm.
you might be discussing on that.
Yes, I'll talk about it now. You
You stay for
can
that
you
and
can
I'll leave after. I'll stay for that and I'll leave then.
no problem. You can stay, no issues at all. You can also have an idea about this. No
Yeah,
problem.
sure.
Sir, I given like so here test is a one Java Python SAP. The second output is a input is a JP. J means if you is asking how first one you can take the J and compare with that list. Java should be like if J matching with that word, that should be output. Like output also I'm sending.
Yeah, sure, definitely. I believe not a
So
problem. Okay, meanwhile, I'll
so
try
this
to
is the
add.
output. Yeah, this is the
Oh,
output they are expecting.
oh, no problem. Let's do that first. Let's close
Okay.
all this. I'll create a new file for your use case alone. Close all tabs. Okay, fine. Now on this, right click new Python file, and then so interview use case. I'll put the name as this is actually belonging to the list concept. List interview
Sure, sir.
use case. Okay, so here I don't know if I can copy this from here. Okay, so now so this is the output you are expect. This is the problem statement, right? Okay, and then yeah, and then let's comment, put up this problem statement in comments. Now, even output you want, we'll see this. Now, here you are giving a text of this length, right? So let's do
Correct,
this now.
correct.
So first thing we have to have these two. One is this one. Second one, you need this is input. From this, we need to extract this elements from list.
Sir, are you sharing screen, sir? So I'm unable to see that.
Sorry. I think I stopped when we.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. This is the. Can you see my screen now, Santosh?
Yes, that's right.
So this is recording. It will be there in recording. Maybe you can also. It will be useful for future as well. Okay, no, fine, no problem. So now this is the case. Suppose you give 2 letters. Suppose if it is 3 letters also, Java PS, we should be able to update to the accommodate to that. Suppose you add more courses, Java, Python, SAP.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Okay, some Selenium. Let's apply. Let's give a use case that fits all these scenarios. Okay. So first thing, it's a very
Sure.
simple. Suppose you create a dummy. So output, you create a dummy list like this so that you can add output list otherwise. Okay, create a dummy list like this to add all your outputs. That is okay. Step one. Step two. Now iterate this. First, find the length of this. Suppose you just take 2 only, no problem. Find out the length of this first. Okay, so here we can directly do it. It's not like we should do it like this, but I'm giving a clear idea how to solve this. Get the length of this second one, test one. So length equal to len of test one. That length can be 2, 3, 4, 5 or anything. Santosh, it can be anything. Okay, so this
Sure,
is fine.
sure, sir.
Now iterate it for maybe better. For this iteration, apply a range function for some I in range of just a minute. So we can directly do this. That is a different thing. I'm just trying to apply something which gives you a dynamic scenario. Range length colon. So maybe I'm using it. It takes from 0 to size -1. Anyhow, the size of this should be 2 and it has 0 and 1. You can see this is a string, right? This string has a length of how much here? It has a length of 2 here. Is that clear, Santosh? So 0 will have J and 1 have P, but no problem. Let me just show you here. I'm just trying to iterate it. If J match, whatever matches with J, that should be printed, right? J for Java, something like that. So now I should try to get length of test1, right? Yes. If this, I should check if this J, first get this J. If you want to get J, this is the first index, right? So what do you do? If test1 of I. So that gives you index of that particular letter. Okay. In so what we can do, we have to iterate both. So there are multiple methods. So when we iterate it, we are iterating this and then this is fine. Now, again, I am doing one more iteration for course in test, simply speaking. And if course dot, let's see if there is a method that applies equal, ends with, starts with, yeah, starts with, okay. Some character we have to pass. That character is something with this one from this list, Santosh. So if this starts with this course dot, not split lines. Okay, start with, what I need is start with. So start with test1 of I. That gives you the character from that index. Okay. So what we do, output list dot append of a course. That's all, friends. Okay. So this should gives us expected. So if this iterates for one time and this iterates through all courses, and then we are trying to get copying this. Okay. We are trying to compare this each course with this letter. That's what this is doing here. And if that matches with that particular thing, then that is added to this output list. Else that is ignored. Okay. So what we do now, we print this output list now. So you want both like this. Your output has to be like this. No problem. Then let's we took two now. Let's run this. Right click and then this one. Get it? Got it, Santosh?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
So this is the code we can write like this. Maybe we can different people write in different ways. So this is my thought. This is what the thought process I have right now. We can do it in different ways.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Clear now?
Thank you, ma'am. Clear, sir.
Maybe
Very clear.
suppose you add more courses, and suppose you are this thing, you add something more here. This program what you write is universal, dynamic. This can be applied to any number of courses, any number of checks here. Okay. Now you add one more here. Run this now. Now this time 3 courses must be to your output list here. See, you can see 4 courses. Sorry, even S also starts with SAP, right? See, suppose you take one more. One more is you tell me one few more courses, Santosh. Something like
Uh, Testing and
big
machine
data,
learning,
big
big
data,
data,
ML,
um,
okay, DevOps. Okay,
SQL,
yeah.
SQL.
Let's add more to the list. Okay. Suppose let's add
Uh,
D here. Right now, when we run this,
yeah.
you should able to add DevOps to this. Yes. So this is a quick testing we are doing here. Is this working now? Sometimes, we
Yes,
can
sir.
do
Yes, sir.
in interview, it will be little pressure for us. So we may not think in that
Yes,
that
sir.
good there. But later on we can do it. Okay. But this is how we can solve this, Santosh. Are you good now?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thanks,
very
sir.
good, sir. And thank you, sir. So, how can solve this type of problems more? Actually, because of this reason, I missed that one job. Like they asking Python, so they expecting some which they asked this question. I'm unable to do this part, and so because of that reason only, I missed that job.
It's simple, Santosh. It's all practice only.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
simple. You also know the answer because you are a coach as well. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's it's
yeah.
all the practice, Santosh. That's all. See, even
Yes, sir. Yes.
I am at your level. Some maybe in the beginning, or some 7 8
Okay,
years
sir.
back. It's all. Say
Okay, sir.
I did keep on doing and doing. That's all. That is the only thing, Santosh.
Sure, sir. With your help, I will do more, sir, in Python.
Definitely. Yeah. No problem. This you can. What you can do is. I'll upload all the sessions to solve them from the beginning, so that gives you a definitely that gives you the foundation. Once you are clear with basics, and if you start solving problems, we can do this. Also, otherwise, maybe I can once this complete course is completed Python, we will plan workshops like coding workshops each week, like 2 hours, 3 hours. So in that coding workshops, you like experienced people like you, if you share those problems what you are facing in interviews, we will create a program list of all those, and we'll solve them in that workshops. Also, I'll also create some some
Sure,
some programs for you.
sure, sir. Sure. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay, thank you,
Nice, sir.
Santoshi.
Happy advance, happy
You,
Pongal, sir.
you where do you stay, Santosh?
Hyderabad, sir. I'm